My beloved child, stop everything now and listen. Do not scroll. Do not doubt. The heavens are moving, and this moment was written long before you knew to seek it. Archangel Michael is standing before you, not as a silent figure, not as a distant spirit, but as your divine protector. With sword in hand and fire in his voice, he comes now with a message you are destined to receive. This is not coincidence. This is not random. It is a holy interruption. Heaven has watched the weariness on your face, the battles in your silence, the weight in your chest that even you don't understand. You've been walking through your days feeling unseen. You've cried in rooms no one knows about. But tonight, something shifts. Tonight, the spiritual atmosphere around you changes. There is a visitor at the edge of your reality. Something not of this world. A presence brushing up against your walls, pacing the threshold of your door. It is not here to scare you. It is here to test what lives in your heart. Archangel Michael says, "Open your spirit now. Hear me clearly." Heaven has been trying to reach you, and tonight the line is open. The signs were there, weren't they? The unease that lingered in your chest when you entered that room. The strange stillness. The flicker of lights. The forgotten object that suddenly caught your attention. You didn't imagine it. That was your discernment speaking. That was your spirit alerting you to the shift. And now I am here to confirm it. You have been feeling it, haven't you? That something unseen has been watching. That something you can't name has been pressing at the edge of your peace. You are not wrong. But listen, my child, not all that enters with silence comes to steal. Some things come to reveal. Tonight is such a night. Heaven whispers to you. Be still, be open, be ready. There is a divine visitation unfolding in the shadows. You don't need to be afraid, but you must be awake. For the line between what is holy and what is deceptive is paper thin tonight. And what you choose to believe will determine what is allowed to stay within your walls. Archangel Michael says, "I am standing guard over your home now. My sword is drawn. My wings are spread. My orders are clear. Protect what belongs to the light. Expel what came cloaked in kindness but carries shadows underneath." My child, you need to understand this clearly. There is something or someone that has been draining your light, your clarity, your divine connection. This energy has been subtle, whispering through familiar voices, disguised in comfort, hidden behind what once felt safe. And yet your spirit knew. You sensed the shift. You questioned their words. You hesitated to trust the peace they offered. That hesitation was holy. That was not fear. That was your angel shielding your spirit. This message found you because tonight, the veil is thin. The noise of the world has settled just enough for heaven's signal to come through. And so I ask you now, are you listening? Are you really listening? Because heaven is not shouting. It is speaking in sacred stillness. You may feel a stirring in the room as you hear these words. You may feel a chill on your skin, a tightening in your chest. That is not coincidence. That is the Spirit moving. That is the divine confirming what your soul has already suspected. Something is happening. Something sacred. Something dangerous to darkness. My child, Archangel Michael speaks again. This moment is not just a warning. It is a preparation, for something is about to be revealed in your home. Something hidden, something spiritual, and you must not ignore it. You have been praying, haven't you? Asking for a sign, for clarity, for peace. This is it. This is the divine answer to your whispered request. And it comes with instruction. Walk through your home tonight. Speak my name. Declare aloud, my house belongs to the Lord. No darkness shall dwell here. Touch the doorposts. Touch the windows. Touch your heart. Anoint your space not just with oil, but with faith. There may be something in your home, an object, a sound, a person even a thought that no longer belongs. You will know it when you see it. Your spirit will react. Your heart will tighten. And when it does, do not hesitate. Do not reason with what heaven has already exposed. Remove it. Speak over it. Cast it out, not with fear, with authority. This night is unlike other nights, because tonight the shift becomes visible. The presence becomes personal. The visitor becomes real. Archangel Michael says, I am not just watching over you. I am fighting for you. Double quotes, yes, there is warfare in the spirit. But you are not unarmed. Your faith is your weapon. Your voice is your sword. Your peace is your shield. Do not surrender it to confusion or doubt. Tonight, you must stand in what you know, not just what you feel. Heaven whispers again. Do not dismiss the heaviness you felt. It has meaning. Do not ignore the dream that woke you. It was a message. Do not scroll past this moment. You are meant to hear it. You have walked through too much to fall now. You have been too faithful to lose your reward. You have survived too many battles for this one to take you out. This is not your ending. This is the threshold of your miracle. But every threshold is guarded, and every miracle requires movement. Will you move in? Obedience? Will you act on what your spirit already knows? Or will you wait for a louder sign, a clearer answer, a safer confirmation? My child, there may not be another warning. This is the call. This is the moment. This is your divine alarm. If you feel that you are being spoken to, speak back. Whisper, I hear you, Lord. Let heaven know you are listening. Let the angels hear your agreement. You are not alone in this. The angelic realm is surrounding you now. There are beings moving through your space with purpose. Some come to protect. Some come to test. Some come to expose. Not all who smile at you are on your side. Not all who comfort you carry clean intentions. But heaven knows. Heaven sees. Heaven speaks. And tonight, heaven chose you. There is a window open, not of glass, but of spirit. And through that window, either light will pour in or shadows will try to linger. What happens next depends on what you allow, what you command, what you believe. Stand firm. Walk your space. Speak truth. Do not entertain doubt. Do not feed fear. This house is sacred. Your heart is sacred. And what is holy cannot be touched without permission. Archangel Michael says, give me permission to protect. Say it aloud. Say it boldly. Say it with belief. Speak. I invite divine protection into every part of my life. Let it echo. Let it resonate. Let the walls hear it. Let the darkness tremble. You may feel tired. That is the weight of what's been pressing against your spirit. But after tonight, the pressure will break. The fog will lift. The confusion will fade. If you believe, if you stay, if you listen. Heaven is calling your name now. Can you feel it? The shift? The pull? A sacred stirring in the air? This is only the beginning. The revelation is coming. The exposure is near. The victory has already begun. Stay alert. Stay in faith. Your breakthrough is not in the distance. It is in the room. Type Amen if your spirit knows this is true. My beloved child, stay close. Do not let your spirit wander. The presence that began to stir in your space has not faded. It has simply shifted. What you felt in your chest last night, that sudden stillness, that quiet whisper in the hallway, that unease when your phone rang. Without a name on the screen, that was the warning. Archangel Michael speaks again. Someone has been sent not to bless you, but to study you. They have observed your light. They have tasted your peace. But they do not celebrate it. They envy it. This is not meant to bring fear. This is meant to bring clarity. Heaven never exposes without preparing. And tonight, clarity is coming. There is someone close to you, my child. someone whose voice is familiar, someone who has been allowed into your space, into your conversations, into your trust. But their heart is not aligned with heaven's intentions for your life. Archangel Michael says, "You have asked for truth. Now I will show you." This person, though they smile, carries a shadow. It is not always what they say. It is what they don't say. The silence when your spirit needed encouragement. The passive doubt behind their compliment. The moment you shared a dream and they looked away. Your soul felt it, but your mind made excuses. You told yourself you were overthinking. That they meant well. That maybe you were too sensitive, but no. That sensitivity was your divine discernment. And tonight, the veil lifts. Heaven whispers to you now, pay attention. The energy shifts when they enter the room. The light dims. Your thoughts tangle. Your spirit withdraws. That is not coincidence. That is exposure. Archangel Michael has not come to accuse. He has come to reveal. You asked for confirmation. You asked to know who truly walks with you. Now the answer arrives. There is a pattern, my child. You may not have seen it until now, but heaven has. Every time breakthrough draws near, this person reaches out. A message, a favor, a sudden problem they need help solving. And every time, your focus slips. Your peace gets delayed. Your path clouds again. This is not by chance. The enemy uses access. And access comes through familiarity. Michael says, not everyone close is sent by God. Not every friend is planted in light. But listen closely. This person is not your enemy in the natural. They are being used by what moves in shadow. Their heart may not even know it, but their spirit has agreed with something that seeks to delay you. And that is why tonight matters. This message found you not to breed suspicion, but to spark awakening. Heaven is not calling you to confrontation. It is calling you to clarity. And with clarity comes spiritual authority. You must not fight with flesh. You must fight with prayer. This is a spiritual battle, and you are not alone in it. Archangel Michael says, do not be afraid. I am revealing what you need to see so you can walk in what you have prayed for. You have been crying out for release, for restoration, for momentum. But momentum cannot flow where there is spiritual blockage. And tonight, that blockage is being identified. Heaven whispers again. There is something in their words that unsettles you. There is something in their presence that pulls your energy down. You have blamed yourself for shrinking, but it was not weakness. It was resistance. Your spirit was resisting the counterfeit. Yes, beloved, the counterfeit dot, the one who says all the right things but never rejoices when you rise. The one who shares your space but not your heart. The one whose laughter does not match their eyes. They are not sent to destroy you, but they cannot go where you are being led. And the time has come for the line to be drawn. This is not a punishment. This is a mercy, because what heaven is preparing you for requires pure ground, unshaken loyalty, aligned spirits. There can be no shadow clinging to your future. There can be no voice of doubt whispering in your moments of breakthrough. Archangel Michael says, I am not asking you to judge. I am asking you to watch. Watch what is said when you succeed. Watch how they move when your name is honored. Watch who shows up when you are silent, and who disappears when you speak your truth. You will know them by their fruit. Tonight, there may be a message, a phone call, a name that returns after distance. Someone you thought was settled in the past. But hear me, my child. You do not need to respond from curiosity. Respond from clarity. Ask yourself, what fruit has this connection borne in my life? And trust the answer. Heaven has not brought you this far to lose your momentum now. You are walking into sacred territory. You are nearing the manifestation of promises that have lingered over your life for years, and now has those promises. Approach, every shadow must flee. This moment is not about anger. It is about alignment. You must be surrounded by those who bless your presence, not just benefit from it, who pray when your spirit is low, not just appear when your harvest is ripe. The divine requires sacred company, and you, beloved, are entering. Divine timing. Heaven whispers again. The room you walk into next must be filled with light. If a presence dims that room, trust that it cannot remain. Michael says, "Tonight, I am removing the blindfold. You will see clearly. You will feel differently. You will understand without needing explanation. And when you feel that shift, do not ignore it. Respond, not in anger. In peace, in obedience, in faith. Speak over your space. Walk your rooms again. Declare aloud, every presence not aligned with heaven's will must leave. Let your walls hear it. Let the air shift. Let the darkness know you are no longer hosting what heaven has not approved. You may feel a resistance, a lingering doubt, a pull toward comfort. But remember, comfort is not always covenant, and convenience is not always confirmation. Some doors must close so heaven can open the right ones. You are not being called to isolation. You are being called to elevation. And elevation requires separation. The higher you rise, the clearer the atmosphere must become. Archangel Michael says, I am surrounding your space now. I am placing fire at your door. And what is not holy will no longer pass. Your assignment is too great. Your calling too divine. Your anointing too sacred to be entangled with what is not of God. This is the night. This is the shift. Speak now, my child. Say it aloud. I release what no longer serves my divine path. Let heaven hear it. Let the angels seal it. Let your faith activate it. You are being led into clarity, peace, protection, and purpose. And those who cannot walk in that light must remain behind. This is not cruelty. This is calling, and heaven never calls without covering. Michael says, your breakthrough is near, but it cannot be delayed by counterfeit companionship. Let go, and watch what I bring in its place. If your spirit agrees, type Amen. My beloved child, listen closely. You have been searching for answers, praying for confirmation, asking heaven to speak clearly. And tonight, heaven responds. There is something in your home, something seemingly small, something you may have passed 100 times, but it carries weight in the spirit, and its presence has been affecting the atmosphere around you. Archangel Michael says, not all battles begin with noise. Some battles begin with an object, a gift, a relic, a token left behind, something that entered your space in innocence, but now holds spiritual residue. This is the moment your eyes will be opened. This is the night your home becomes sacred ground again. Now think back, my child. Has there been something in your home that doesn't feel aligned anymore? A photo that makes your chest tighten. A piece of jewelry that no longer shines. A letter, a book, a piece of clothing that pulls on your energy in ways you cannot explain. You have walked by it, perhaps even treasured it, but your spirit has noticed. Your peace has shifted. The atmosphere changed the day it arrived. Heaven whispers no. That object is not just physical. It is spiritual. What was once harmless may now be a doorway, a portal for confusion, a magnet for delay. You have wondered why sleep has been restless, why certain rooms feel heavier, why certain days repeat with chaos. The answer may be closer than you thought. Michael speaks again. The enemy is subtle. He hides in patterns. He lingers in the forgotten. And he waits in what you will not question. But tonight, you must question it. You must examine what you have kept out of sentiment, but never out of spiritual discernment. You may feel a resistance rising even now. A hesitation. That is the enemy trying to shield the doorway. He knows what will happen if you find it. He knows the atmosphere will break. The heaviness will lift. The flow of heaven will return. My child, do not be afraid to look again. Go to the shelf you haven't touched in months, the drawer you avoid, the box in the closet that holds pieces of your past. Heaven is guiding your steps even now. You will feel the nudge. You will sense the pull. Your body will react before your mind understands. This object may not appear dark. It may even come from someone you loved. But Archangel Michael says, if it carries the residue of trauma, betrayal, manipulation, or false covenants, it cannot remain. Your space must be cleared. Your home must be an altar. Your atmosphere must be holy. This is not superstition. This is sacred obedience. Heaven whispers, there is a cost to peace. And sometimes that cost is letting go of what was never meant to stay. You are not being called to forget. You are being called to release, to cleanse, to reclaim your authority. You have prayed for healing. This is how it begins. Not just in your heart, but in your house. My child, remember when you felt joy in your home? When you would wake up and feel clear, focused light? That joy is not gone. It has only been clouded. Tonight, the clouds begin to part. Michael says, do not throw it away without prayer. Do not remove it without declaring my word. Stand before it. Speak over it. Say aloud, this home belongs to the Lord. No object, no energy, no residue of darkness may remain. If you anoint your space, the shift will begin. Light a candle. Open your windows. Walk with authority. Speak into every corner. Declare peace over your pillows. Truth over your threshold. Protection over your doorposts. You have more spiritual power than you realize. And that is why the darkness tried to linger. It feared what you would do once you remembered who you are. Tonight, you. Remember. Heaven has sent this moment to remind you. You are not weak. You are not forgotten. You are not cursed. You are chosen. Your home is not a battlefield. It is a sanctuary. But sanctuaries must be guarded. And the time for passive faith is over. Michael speaks again. There is a sound in your spirit that has been muffled, and that sound will return once this object is removed. For some, it will be a specific gift from a person whose heart shifted. For others, it will be something inherited that carried pain into your lineage. For a few, it will be an item you cannot remember receiving, yet it holds weight. And when you touch it tonight, you will feel the vibration of recognition. Heaven whispers, this is divine revelation. Not condemnation, not fear, but a holy unveiling. You have asked, why has my peace been disturbed? You have prayed, God, show me what I cannot see. And now the answer comes, not in thunder, but in the silence of a drawer, the stillness of an old photo, the forgotten words of a journal entry. Listen with your spirit. Look with discernment. Archangel Michael says, you will know it because your spirit will stir. That uneasy feeling is your confirmation. Do not rush. Do not panic. Move slowly. Let heaven guide your steps. And when you find it, do not delay. Hold it gently. Pray over it, and then release it. Bury it. Burn it. Dispose of it far from your threshold. And speak, this chapter is closed. This spirit has no more access. This home is sealed by the blood of the Lamb. Heaven is not playing games. Your destiny cannot be delayed by forgotten fragments. Your atmosphere cannot be compromised by memories that hold poison. And your future must be built on peace. My child, if this resonates in your heart, speak now. Whisper, show me what must go. Let the angels hear your readiness. Let the atmosphere begin to shift. You may feel tired. That's not weakness. That's spiritual resistance lifting. The tension that has lived in your back, your neck, your head will begin to dissolve. You will sleep like a child again. You will dream again. You will wake with clarity again. This is not just a cleansing. This is a preparation. For what heaven is sending next cannot enter a cluttered space. Heaven whispers again, I am preparing your house for divine visitation. You have invited angels with your obedience. You have activated protection with your awareness. You have shifted timelines with your trust. And now, the new season begins. If you feel this message has reached into something deep, speak now. Declare, nothing hidden will remain. Say it aloud. Let your voice mark the change. Let your faith write the new chapter. Archangel Michael says, I will walk through your home tonight, and everything not of God will be removed. You may hear sounds. You may feel winds. You may dream of water. These are signs. These are confirmations. These are manifestations. Do not fear. This is the divine at work. Your miracle has been waiting. But first, the air must be cleared. The house must be ready. The object must be gone. Speak again. My home is holy. My peace is protected. My future is untouched by the past. And let heaven do the rest. If your spirit agrees, type Amen. My beloved child, silence your thoughts now. Listen not with your ears, but with your spirit. Something is coming. Not a threat, but a divine presence. A visitor sent from the heavenly realm. One who carries a message. One who brings a promise. Archangel Michael says, this night is not like the others. Tonight, a divine encounter draws near. You must be ready. The atmosphere is shifting. Even now, your skin may feel the stir. The air feels different. Your chest tightens and loosens again. That is not imagination. That is the veil thinning. You have asked for confirmation. You have prayed for signs. Heaven heard. And now, the answer comes not through thunder, but through presence. There will be a moment when the room stills. A scent not of this world may rise. A breeze with no window open may touch your cheek. That is the visitor. Heaven whispers. This messenger comes not to test, but to bless. But the blessing depends on your openness. You must not meet the divine with fear. You must meet it with faith. Michael says, I will go before them. I will mark your home. But you must prepare your space. Light a candle. Speak over your walls. Declare peace at every threshold. Invite the divine and rebuke every shadow. This visitor carries something sacred, an answer you have longed for. A name that unlocks something buried. A whisper that stirs your calling back to life. You may receive it in a dream. You may feel it in your spirit before words come. But it will arrive. Heaven whispers again. Be alert. The hour is appointed. And when it arrives, do not delay. Even a single moment of obedience can shift everything. The miracle is not coming in the future. It is walking to your door now. Say it aloud. I welcome what is holy. I make room for the divine. Let your words clear the way. Let your agreement open the door. Michael stands watch even now. Wings extended. Sword drawn. Every dark presence that once tried to block your blessing has been pushed back. The light moves forward. You are not alone in your wait. You are surrounded by the heavenly. And the one sent to you tonight carries not just favor but instruction. Follow it. Trust it. Obey it. This is your sacred hour. If your spirit agrees, type Amen. My beloved child, the hour has arrived. This is the moment heaven has spoken of. A divine turning point stands before you, and the next step you take will shape the direction of your destiny. Archangel Michael speaks. You are not standing at a crossroads by accident. You are led here by light. You are called here by name. But now, The path divides. Not all roads carry blessing. Not every open door was sent by God. And tonight you must choose. Heaven whispers, there is something pulling on you. A decision, a conversation, a commitment. You've delayed it out of fear, out of uncertainty. But now it must be faced. This choice will not be made with logic alone. It will require your spirit, your discernment, your obedience. One path will feel easier, more familiar, more comfortable, but it leads in circles. The other may feel narrow, but it leads to release, breakthrough, and divine favor. You cannot carry both. You cannot walk with light and entertain shadows. You cannot ask for peace while preserving what creates unrest. Archangel Michael says, make no mistake, child. The enemy has studied your hesitation. He has hidden delay inside what feels safe. But tonight, clarity is here. You have prayed, God, if this is not for me, take it away. And now heaven responds, you must release it first. God will not steal what you refuse to surrender. He will not tear from your hands what your heart still clings to. The choice is before you, Dot. This is not about punishment. It is about preparation. There is a door waiting, but it requires hands that are empty, arms not wrapped around what was. A heart free from yesterday's hold. Heaven whispers again, say yes to obedience, even when it hurts, even when it's quiet, even when no one else understands. The reward is not in being understood. The reward is in being aligned. Michael speaks, choose now, not with fear, not with pressure, but with purpose. Speak aloud, I choose what heaven has for me. I choose alignment over approval. I choose peace over pretending. Let your choice echo. Let it shake what tried to hold on. Let the divine record your surrender. And as you speak, watch the atmosphere shift. Doors that delayed will begin to move. Silence will become clarity. Unanswered prayers will find their path. This is the moment. Heaven is watching. If your spirit agrees, type Amen. My beloved child, listen now. The battle has passed. The wind has stilled. And though the air still carries weight, there is peace beneath it. What was meant to destroy you has been stopped. What entered your space to confuse has been cast out. And now what remains is light. Archangel Michael speaks, the enemy came to steal your peace, your clarity, your rhythm. But he failed. Heaven stood between you and the danger. The angels did not retreat. They advanced. And now you're home. Your mind, your heart have been marked by the fire of divine protection. What you feel now is not emptiness. It is the absence of interference. The stillness is not silence. It is sacred space. You may find yourself breathing easier, thoughts clearer, the pull toward doubt quieter. This is the result of obedience. You listened, you watched, you discerned. And now the atmosphere is shifting because of your choice. Heaven whispers, every decision you made to stand in faith became a doorway to peace, a doorway to healing, a doorway to restoration. And the light that remains is not weak. It is authority. Michael says, there were things sent to delay you that will no longer return. Cycles have been broken. The room where heaviness once sat is now filled with the scent of divine freedom. The place where fear whispered now holds the echo of worship. And the objects once charged with sorrow have been replaced by promises. My child, this is not the end. This is the beginning of alignment, the beginning of flow, the beginning of seeing clearly again. What once looked like fog will now part like a veil. What once felt unreachable will now move toward you. You may feel a softness rising within. That is not weakness. That is the return of your soul to its original brightness. You are being restored to the version of you that existed before disappointment, before delay, Before fear walked in disguised, as logic.heaven whispers again, the light in you has always been there. But tonight, it stands uncovered, not by might, not by perfection, but by surrender. You do not have to fight for what heaven already assigned to your name. What is yours will find you. And now that the atmosphere has been cleared, it will. Arrive without resistance. Michael speaks again. Do not expect the world to understand what happened tonight. They did not hear the voice. They did not feel the shift. They did not see the hand over your door. But you did. And that is enough. Let your peace become your proof that do not go back to what was. Do not revisit what you released. Do not water what heaven has uprooted. The weight was lifted for a reason. The silence was heaven's response. The stillness is your protection. You have entered a new chamber, one that does not carry confusion. Speak it aloud. My home is light. My mind is light. My heart is light. You are not who you were when this began. You are wiser now, sharper, quieter, not because you lost something, but because you reclaimed what had been buried. There is a sound rising in the heavens even now, a record of your obedience, a song of your alignment, and with it, a ripple of divine movement is beginning. Do not be surprised when favor begins to find you, when what was delayed appears without warning, when those who overlooked you begin to speak your name. This is not luck. This is the harvest of your posture. Michael says, the battle is finished, but the blessing is not. What remains will multiply. What stayed was chosen. What survived is anointed. You stood firm. You obeyed. And the divine recorded it. If your spirit agrees, type Amen.